This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Quick throw, taken in. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
This play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. To be taken down after a short pickup. It's up to 27. Second down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the air one more time. A toss left side caught by his running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Throwing now from the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect, Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Makes the score 14-7. Rams nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to run it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. 2nd and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll stay on the ground. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 13-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. 32 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now this time they'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Rams.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. Now he'll air one out. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and I won't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They motion the slot man left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air this one out. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. He's going to keep it himself. Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
This is a really well-executed comeback route. What they're teaching the receiver, out of the break point, you want to work both downhill back to the quarterback, but also towards the sideline, and that's exactly where the ball brought him. Great job keeping his feet in bounds to secure the catch.
Third and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Rams first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
It is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Now a give on the ground. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. 1st down and more past the 30. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, I love the aggressive play call here by this offensive coordinator. The decision to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. Of course, number one goal, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, once he got past the line of scrimmage, he saw daylight, and he had a huge run in front of him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. The gun. Here's a run up the gut. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
They'll try the right side this time. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate. An opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
At their own 30-yard line.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
To the ground, a 1st down run. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give up the middle. And the Vikings have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts to stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try and run right on the option. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Vikings.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Rams 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Quick throw, taken in. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They have 2 timeouts, but not much time. Down 2 scores as we get to 1st and 10. Got a man left side. It's caught. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Inside the 10, it is caught. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. Will stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Second and 11. So a win here for the Vikings. They are able to do something that's not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, they've got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.